an orphaned boy adopted by the monk. He gave you all the tricks. The flower of Thai clouds, letter. You've used deadly magic tricks with leprosy. My knees and knees to be an invincible hero. On every floor. Each of your blows is stronger than the beast. Make the enemy not cry. Not only that, you're good at using any weapon. Extremely skillful. So, who's that guy? Then you can review it. Movie tracing. The Buddha I used to burn in movie theaters. In a remote countryside of Thailand, is holding a contest for the flag on the top of the tree. Who climbed to the top? The flag will be the winner. People who are not careful will be trampled down the field like a fig. And then, a very fast guy who moves like a monkey has cleverly achieved the flag. He outperformed all his opponents with flexible movements to win the war. She was an orphan boy. From birth, they were thrown away by their parents at the door of the village. Fortunately, you were accepted by a monk. He is a cloud master. By a fatal beating in the ring. So he took refuge at the Buddha's door. The years are passing by. She was adopted by you and teach you all your martial arts. That's why Tin is also a naive master. The blows that fall with your elbow are powerful. But the master forbade him to use this kung fu tree to make money and do evil. On one day, there's an antique dealer named Doan who came back from Bangkok. He is also a villager. However, he has been doing business for a long time. It's business except for grain, to be the wrong hand for the big boss. 2, trade, meth, and he's also a real addict. Just the behind will me. He'll do anything for the boss. I have come back here only for evil purposes. The boss gave him rice. Buy with the amulet of the ancient Buddha statue of the village chief. But he said it was a priceless treasure. So he's going to leave that charm for his son. The villagers have another treasure. That's my uncle's Buddha. A holy thing that the villagers always worship to bring about a warm life for everyone. For not being able to buy a charm and to win the favor of the big boss. That night, he snuck in and beat the guards. And take the North County's head and fly away. The people in the village were outraged. Because, with them, this Buddha statue has great spiritual significance. Without your uncle's blessing, the drought will last. Barren land that can't be plowed. The day of the peace ceremony is coming. That's why the head of the statue cannot be missing. Fortunately, someone knows the address of the... That's why the star volunteered to get the head back. Master is very trusting. Give me a healing medicine. Before leaving, the villagers also donated. Whoever has jewelry contributes jewelry. It's a very moving scene. What he lets bring the hope of the whole village. To Bangkok, the first person I met was the son of the Lord. He asked for help in finding Doan. However, Hamley is a guy who only knows gambling and drinking. To have money to play the game. He used to work with the mole girl. To deceive the world through betting games. It's even selling meth, but it's adulterated. To the city for a few years, but Hamley is still poor 01 sou bag. Though, he despised the faces of the poor peasants. Not just pretending to be unfamiliar. And he sent you away. After a while, the money fell. My eyes are as bright as a car's headlights. Invite the genie into the house. The owner asked him for 3 months of unpaid rent. And threatened to go to sleep. He must take the ring of the village girl. Pay him. Into the house, you say. The head of the Buddha was stolen by Don. Your father told me to come up. Come up here to find the treasure together. Here is his letter. There's no hurry to get in the shower. When I don't notice, he rolled up all the money his folks donated. Then rushed to the betting arena. With gambling blood in him. Hamley Pennyhill's hands, money of cum shot for a boxer. Ali's name in the match. Doan also appeared at this time. He's wearing a bead. Wigs stolen for 2 big bosses, and said he couldn't buy an antique charm. The exasperated boss, who covered up the crumbling old statue head. What are you doing here? Then throw Doan out of sight. She was also quickly sent to the ring. You go inside immediately. However, unfortunately, Doan packed the statue to bring back boxer named Ali when Hamley bet back. He was faced by this detective, and then he'd swoon all over the floor. Made Hamley lose all his betting money. Come and get your money back. But he brazenly refused to take. And also said that the boxer took the money from the crystal. You're so naive to believe in the ring for money. Everyone thought he was a new fighter. I feel bewildered. Big boss silk order, 1 million rafters, 10 million with the boss next door. That means if you lose, the boss will eat the boss's 1 million. If you win, you will lose 10 million. The loud Sioux fighter attacked, hits in a pillow. Always remember, the arena is silent as the AI ship is also gaping astonishingly. The big boss lost 10 million. Money, however, I just want my money back. Hamley chases Chase saying, you're a shitty fool. Interest is not taken. Go get changed. Then, Hamley wants you to fight him for money, but he just wants to find the head of the Buddha. The angry man wandered off to find out. And Hamley and the girl made lag to ask each other to cheat. You two went to a casino to block the chickens. They quickly drained all their money. And earned 8,000 silver. He was splitting the money when Hamley's creditors came to him. I had to throw all the money I had earned. He doesn't care about the debt, but want to settle with Hamley. Because you lied him so many times. Extreme. The boys punched Hammy in the dog's mouth. Or just passing by. Not want to help, but look at the late girl who was also beaten. So I came to the rescue. Just a few lines of authority. He fed the creditors his face. I can't swallow this. The creditor's name led 20 ding dong to the account. 3 people play the pagoda is the top book. Because there are so many people fighting, the more the trigger runs away. It's full of sweat above and sweat below. Sperm shows ingenuity and is extremely agile. through the pane, under the car, fly over oil pot one excess movement. It's like burning on the road. Straight. However, Hamley is also an adventurer, but it is strange. You're always in places you don't need to be. Socks are. The big knife scrubbed him, thinking that bandits were not afraid. Who's afraid of the selling knives across his life? With his martial arts, they were selling salt to the boys. I finally flew to the wall. Leave the Hamley to them. Mr. Bean, he promised he'd find Don. Then you pull him up. D. Next day, Hamley and Malik leave Sperm to the arena to find Doan because he used to come here to buy meth. The big boss found out. He wants you to fight the big guy. To bet with the boss next door. The boss still lost this time. If you win, you will lose $6 million. Or you'll get $3 million from the boss next door. The big bear is a big black-haired fighter. Somewhat sick. In the ring, he is like a strong tree that cannot be broken. Take out the hand is extremely cruel and not tired of your father. Whiz guy, one of his robberies is enough to kill a family. They don't seem want to cause trouble, so they ignore it. However, the big bear kept sagging, and they're just trying to catch chickens. A weak teacher should only be a slave. He stopped groping the good girl. Then dragged a young Rob, punched on the shore, and into the field. If you don't act, then he'll punch the guy back. Reunion with ancestors. There's no choice but to step into the ring. Just into the big bear that's up on the altar. Watching it naked with a mighty kick. This guy is pretty good at standing up. Let him eat again, sequentially. Fatal elbow floats and traumatic head injuries. If you can't eat, play dirty. He called more men to lock his hands. But you gave me the attack. Make him lie down to the ground in love. Big boss lost 6 hands. So up, the owl sent another black wiggler out to fight. The foot upon island, like a stray. It's no different than street dancing. What does it look like, and this and that? But it doesn't work. No more than 3 basic tricks. He searched the earth for the ends of his hair. So, just lay on your head. If you like to break your legs, you will not be bored. You shoot like a banana tree. Stand up to me. Send up, kiss to the ring. That he had to cry. The boss has his last card. Is Mad Dog Raw competition. This guy seems polite enough to shake hands. But taking that opportunity, he'd smash bottles and chimpanzees. You give him crab to eat. But this guy has a really good throwing technique. When you fight with your wife at home, your child dies. You throw a punch, I'll punch you. The more I throw, the more I punch. After taking a shower, feed the head elbows. In the end, he had nothing to throw, so he pulled out the wires. Unfortunately, the wires aren't long enough. At this point, the stars are really out. He ran, but he didn't run for the sun. The boss sees 7 juniors, so play dirty, give him a knife. But having a knife is not the enemy. I went from the 2nd floor to the 1st. Let him faint on the ground. She was praised and respected by everyone for protecting the honor of the clouds. Very big boss, 7 hopes of his juniors, and lost first. The king received a rain of money. For Hamley and Big Mo told it spoiled pick up. I don't care. Immediately, Chase, I knew you were looking for him at the head of the Buddha. So I haven't said a word. He got in the car and ran away. 3 people have to go home tomorrow. That night, I read his father's letter. Said that AI must help calm down. I miss you so much. It makes my mouth wobble all night and I can't sleep. The next morning, the couple is in the rain with their lover in the hotel. Tim, with 2. I walked a few blocks and asked about the head. I know I'm not a rival. So I fell down and got out. He told you to keep your feet, and he jumped in the wagon. And he also quickly jumped into a lamp car. And gift chase. The juniors also serve in Dragon's Follow as the festival. Up the highway. Always strike back at his car from behind. But he doesn't know that. I'm dealing with 2 drivers. I thought he only knew the future. I don't know how to drive. You are also an ancestor. Lure the guys through the construction site. Through the sewer, as light as a pink feather. The rest of them are confused. And then I did a few rounds above. Not into a barbecue. Here side, Hamley plunged into the road. Doing rich under folding brick. Let them run like you screaming down the cliff. After dealing with the bearded juniors. Come shot riding convertible Chase Stone. He's too reckless. So he threw his horse at the bottom of the river. Here, when the gods are chasing, is unexpected. I saw a lot of Buddha statues. It's hidden down here. Find a round. But I can't see the North Pole. So I had to call the police. The government quickly picked it up. They're all priceless treasures that the big boss smuggled and hid down there. He was extremely angry because the country guy makes too much meat. That's why the big boss came up with a plan. To undo what I've lost. He sent the kidnappers, Hamley and Melalax back. Interrogate him. Let 2 people see the head. He said he wanted to fight a battle. Then return the statue. Buddha and Girl Malexra. The boss will bet. They won like last time, so he's only allowed to lose, not win. Then he released Hamley to inform Chotin. To head the statue and rescue her. He agreed even if he had to lay down his life. His opponent in the ring this time is the big boss's bodyguard. He has great martial arts and specialized in playing dirty dope injection system. Before the fight, that's why when you get to the ring, no matter how much they attack, he's still three-legged and unscathed. The chimpanzee's kicks were as strong as a ferocious tiger, but he still doesn't understand. The more you hit him, the more aggressive he gets. Then he attacked again. What a coward! You have to lose, so you don't fight back. He wants to kill more than fight. Fortunately, Hammy stopped it. The boss makes a lot of money. However, soon after, he swallowed his words again, and not only does not give the Buddha spirit, they also killed 2 people to kill them. Then he left for the cave containing the artifact. The junior is about to pull the trigger. The robber's trigger for traumatic brain injury. The rest of you, stop singing. I'm talking to an outsider. Then use the song Long Fire technique. Slowly send him back to the land of Hamley. Mother, after rescuing the little girl, David also stormed out help. A man attacked a man. But your hands aren't as hard as a helmet. However, beneath the glass smashed the rice cooker. Treat him lightly like a stew. He killed the other guy with a great trick. It's very satisfying after dealing with all the whiskers. Sperm and Hemi ride a large dung to the cave. Find the big boss. I noticed there were a lot of guards around. With full hot goods. Inside, there is a giant statue of Buddha. He's giving you statues to sell for millions of dollars. Passing the government. You two have to split up and act. They pretend to be their people. We're dealing with outsiders and basic rights. You took them down to the inside. You hang a stick on the wall. They must taste the good before your deadly moves. A guy who's beaten can raise his head. When you run out of sticks, you switch to the taper. We all use swords. What kind of weapons? Or chimpanzees also use extremely proficient. How many of them are there? You're just a mosquito biting a pole. Let's get rid of the jerks. Central to the center. The boss and bodyguard Sita are also here. He held the bee's head. He teased the small rue that scarred. The bodyguard demanded of you. But they don't know that the chimpanzee is a real tiger. You swirl in the air. Knock down straight walls easily. All the strange moves are extremely beautiful, but the power is so great from your feet. This guy, with benefits, it is said to be a weapon of suffering. Fortunately, Hammy was able to rescue him. But Kier broke it, and it hurt. Team, Spicy Owl, he broke his leg to avenge his brother. After taking the healing medicine, the master said loud to the top. Fighting with the bodyguard. Last time, I lost you. This time, I cooked your dog. He didn't inject. It is not an opponent of the gods. I hit him, so he couldn't raise his head. Your elbows and knees are gilded. It's incredibly solid. Never mind the pricks. Always raise his nose. Give him blood. He suddenly became the sow of the green giant. Naive question. I didn't miss a beat. You probably want to end it. In 1,000 pounds heavy armpit hairs. Looking at the face of the statue. The power of justice. Make the beast in you rise. Sperm constantly points to the wrong head of the opponent. Men like this, grandparents under the golden stream also helps out. If you have a bad mouth, you have to give it to me. Love is buried with magic. Down the school's knees from above. Too spicy because the crystal ruined everything. The boss tried to smash his uncle's head with a hammer. But Homley jumped out in time. Instead of every hammer, the giant object suddenly fell down and died. Hamley also died of serious injuries. Before reuniting with grandparents, split jaw. You must bring the head back safely. And tell Meow, love to study well. Won a lot of good baby votes. Finally, bring the heads back to the villagers to pray for warmth. Happy people's lives back to normal. He officially became a monk. Protect the Buddha statue. Today's movie is over. The movie link is in the description, so you can see the full set. If you think this video is good, don't forget to like it. Videos and subscribe to channels to support. If you like any other movie review, please leave your comments in the comment section. Thank you everyone. I love you for your love.